Everybody, welcome back. Today there is another baseball card show in my area, so I'm going to come up here and check it out. I'm actually here in the parking lot right now. It's been going on for about 30 minutes, and there are quite a few cars in the parking lot, so we'll see how packed it is inside. Probably going to be pretty busy. Don't really have any big-time targets today. Going to just look for some pretty good deals on some cards. It's been about 6 weeks since the show has been through this area, so there's possibly going to be some dealers who have some things that I haven't seen before. So let's go on in and see what we got. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this card show. Holy cow. People everywhere. It is hard to move around. Holy cow. Amazing. Alright guys, I am back from the show. I want to show off what I was able to pick up today. Now I will kind of say this was probably the busiest that I've seen it in a long time. These shows have been absolutely packed for the last 4 or so editions of it coming through our area. The last 5 to 6 months have been absolutely bonkers. You could see it was shoulder to shoulder. It was tough to even get into tables sometimes. I did actually meet one of my subscribers there who was able to recognize me and ask me if I made videos. Had a cool conversation with him, and he actually let me know that I had just missed out on some NBA Hoops premium stock at a Walmart that's not too far from where this show was held. He was able to find some on Friday afternoon, and I didn't stop there until Saturday morning, which is typically the way that it goes. If you wait till Saturday, a lot of times everything is gone. So it was cool speaking with him, and hopefully I will be able to catch up with him at some more shows. So anyway, let me go ahead and give you the rundown of what I picked up. The first person I stopped at is a person who has had a lot of cool vintage cards before, and he also kind of dabbles with more modern cards. He had a box here of Bowman Draft, and he didn't have any prices on them except for some of the big names, the Ed Howards, the Torkelsons, the Zach Veens. He had pulled some pretty cool cards, but then he had just some cards sitting in his box loose. And I know that he has usually had some pretty cool cards in there. So I just went through and picked up some refractors of players that I didn't have yet. And I don't really know if, how many of these guys are going to pan out. But there's a Garrett Mitchell. This is just a base card of Garrett Mitchell. But I went through and picked out as many as I could. Jordan Woku, their refractor for the Cubs. I think he quoted me a price of like $1 for each one of these, which I thought was an awesome deal. Drew Romo, first Bowman Chrome refractor. Matthew Dyer, that's just a base card, first Bowman Chrome. We've got Aleric Soler. I left a lot of the pitchers. He had a whole bunch of them, but it was the very first person I stopped at, so I focused just mainly on the position player. Sammy Infante, there's a refractor for the Washington Nationals. We got a refractor here of Jimmy Glowinky for the San Francisco Giants, and then for the Seattle Mariners, Zach DeLoach. And so I picked all those up. I want to say he quoted me a price like $8, which is I think for 10 cards. Not too bad at all. And then he also had a stack of autographs. He has tons of autographs and amazing vintage cards. If I was into vintage cards, I mean, you're talking Henry Aaron, Willie Mays, Bob Gibson. He's got almost everybody. And that was a little bit out of my price range, to be fair. And so I was focusing more on his kind of more budget autographs. And so he had these, which were all marked down to $3. And so here you've got a Didi Gregorius autograph when he was with the Diamondbacks. Chasing History for $3. That is from 2013 Topps Chasing History of Didi Gregorius autograph for $3. There was a Tim Anderson from Bowman Sterling, $3 for Tim Anderson autograph. That was a pretty cool one. I don't have any Tim Anderson autographs, and even though he sometimes gets on my nerves with some of his antics, he is an amazing player, and that's from 2013 Bowman Sterling as well. And then those two were both $3. He had some other ones that I had originally picked up, but I had to put them back because otherwise I was going to spend too much money at that very first person. I'm going to save that one for last. This is one that I have seen in his box before, and I've almost pulled the trigger on it before, and I finally went and pulled the trigger on it this time. For $12, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Bowman Inception. Ke'Bryan Hayes, who did very well last year in his kind of rookie season with the Pirates. He's one of those people who we thought might be in Topps Series 1, but instead he will be one of the bigger names, I hope, in Topps Series 2, unless Wander Franco debuts and gets a card there. This is from 2016. Inception, and that is a Ke'Bryan Hayes. That's a really cool one. It's a little bit of a thicker card too. You can kind of see right there. It's more of a thicker card. And so I had all these cards kind of stacked up, and I was ready to check out, and he was so busy because, like I said, it was shoulder to shoulder there, that I just kind of thumbed through some other cards off to the side while I was waiting to kind of ask him what he wanted for him. And I found this Zack Greinke first Bowman. I didn't know it was a first Bowman. Bowman Chrome of Zack Greinke. I could tell it was a young Zack Greinke. I didn't have the opportunity to look it up on my phone. That he had priced for $6 from 2002. And originally it says $10 here on the back, but it looks like he'd marked it down to $6. And so this is 2002 Bowman Chrome, Zack Greinke. And then when I was actually able to leave the show, I found out that this, I think, is his first Bowman Chrome. And with the Kansas City Royals and me being a Royals fan, Zack Greinke holds kind of a special place to all of us Royals fans, since he came up with the organization and turned out to be an amazing pitcher, probably going to make it in the Hall of Fame. And so this, I think, is worth actually a decent amount. I had no idea, but I think it's definitely more than a $6 card. So I got a really good deal on that one. And so I think I spent a total of $25 on all of those cards. The first Bowman draft, all of these autographs, plus the Zack Greinke, I believe was $25. An awesome price and an awesome guy. And I love stopping at his table anytime I go to the card show. So I hit his table first, and then I swung over and picked up some more cards. Let me kind of organize it here. I'll go to this stack. This kid always has a lot of the more new releases, and these were, I think, in the $1 bin. Another Bobby Witt Jr. I'm just trying to get as many Bobby Witt Jr.'s as I could. One of these, Christian Pache from Bowman's Best, kind of looks like a negative. And then he did have the Ed Howard first Bowman Chrome, which I was not able to pick up from the first person. This Ed Howard, he had it for $5 on the back. And then this refractor kind of looking relic card of Daniel Lynch from the Arizona Fall League. I believe this came out of Bowman Chrome from this year. Obviously a super thick relic there for just a couple bucks, and I really expect Daniel Lynch to be pretty good when he does get eventually called up by the Royals. He is a Royals prospect, and some people think he might be the most talented pitching prospect they have out of all of the Brady Singer, Jackson Kowar, Chris Bubik, all those guys who have made their debut or will hopefully make their debut soon. So I think I paid $8 for all of these. He marked it down from $10 to $8, so that was another awesome pickup and an awesome guy to deal with. Kind of moving here across kind of this iconic card, which has kind of seen a bump in popularity, the Bo Jackson card. I don't think I ever had this as a kid, so I'm like, you know what? This one isn't in the greatest shape. It's hard to see. It's just kind of a little bit faded just because it is so old. But to get the Bo Jackson card from 1990 Score, I said, hey, man, I need this card. I've never owned it, and he had like a couple copies of it, so he threw that one in there. I got this Carlos Beltran from 1995. Now, this is kind of an error card because that picture is not Carlos Beltran. This is an error. Carlos Beltran does not look like that. That is Juan Lebron. And yes, that is his real name. Juan Lebron's picture on Carlos Beltran's card. And so that's kind of a weird error card there from Topps Traded, I think, in 1995. It says 18T. I think it's traded. And then he had like one of these Flair Metal Universe cards, which I just think are absolutely amazing and beautiful still to this day. Flair Metal Universe from Derek Jeter from 1996. There's the back of that one. Then I'm still slowly putting together the Bowman's Best, or not the Bowman's Best, the Bowman Scouts Top 100. Gratterall there, card number 41 he had. And then just this base Mike Trout. I only have one copy of this card, and so I wanted to pick up another copy. And so I picked up these four from one of my other favorite guys to stop at. I think it was like $10 for all of these. So pretty nice pickups there. Moving right along, I always pick up one pack of Bowman at least from another one of my good friends there who set up a table, and he has a lot of basketball cards. He had some pretty other cool cards, and I picked up a lot of other stuff from him, but this time I just went with the one pack of Bowman. We'll open that up in a future video, and we'll see how we do. And then we're almost to the end here. Thank you for hanging with me. One of the guys who has some of the most amazing PSA 10 collections, just graded cards collections, he pretty much specializes in Bowman, Topps, flagship, rookie cards, and big time cards. And so he had like an entire 3,200 or 4,000 count box of like basically each release. And so I went through some of the 2019 Bowman and found a couple cards that are refractors that I didn't have. This one of Hunter Bishop for the San Francisco Giants, refractor. I think he is in the top 100 now of the MLB.com, maybe top prospects. So I picked up that one for a couple bucks, and then this one, which I'm super excited, JJ Bleday. Obviously, this release has the Wander Franco and has a lot of other big names that people are really gunning for. And so this card has not quite taken off as I don't know, exponentially as the others. And so I was able to get this one for, I think, $10 to $15. I want to say 15 bucks on this one. And so hopefully that could be one I might get graded in the future, because Bleday, I think, will be very good. And then he also had another one of the Scouts Top 100 I didn't have, Julio Rodriguez. So those 3 cards together, I think I paid $20, which hopefully will pay off, the 2 refractors and then the J-Rod there, Scouts Top 100. So that is almost it. I picked up some team bags for any of these breaks that I do to kind of pack up some team bags. And then I did get the very first box I've ever purchased at a card show. I did decide to go with, oops, sorry about that, the 2020 Topps Opening Day box there. And you can see it's got 36 cards per pack, 36 packs, and then 7 cards per pack. We'll be looking for not just the autograph card, we'll be looking for that Luis Robert short print. I did not have a chance to find it when I bought Opening Day all throughout the summer, and so I figured this would be my one shot. And like I said, I want to try to focus more on some bigger, we'll make less purchases, but kind of make some more higher end things. And so I figured I would take a gamble and go for the Luis Robert short print out of that box of Opening Day. He had it quoted at a really nice price. I paid 40 bucks, 40 bucks for that entire box, which is a pretty nice price compared to what some of the comps were on eBay. So look forward for me to me opening that in a future video or videos. Not exactly sure if I'll be able to do all that in one video, or I might have to split it up into a couple. But there you have it, guys. So we were able to pick ourselves up a box of Opening Day and then some of these cards that you have seen me go through today. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be looking forward to the next card show, which comes up towards the end of February. And I will make sure to have you guys be a part of that one as well, and I'll take you along for the journey. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in another one.